Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Anna and in this tutorial I'm going to teach you how to work with wafer paper and create easy, quick wafer paper decorations for your cakes. Let's begin. So let's start with our wafer paper. I'm going to color my wafer paper first and then shape it. Here I have my regular wafer paper, which is 0.27 millimeters thick. And as you might know, Leafy paper has two sides. One side is shiny, or as we call it, shiny, and the other side is bumpy. You can tell it has some texture. Both sides are equal, whatever you prefer to use. Today I'm going to use this bumpy side because I wanted to have a little bit more texture. And for my base color, I'm going to use this Sicilia Rose color. And for my accent, this is Aubergine, and this is Brilliant Sparkle. I'll start with my Sicilia Rose color, and I'm going to take this color with the fluffy brush and just spread onto my wafer paper. I'm not trying to achieve an even color because I want these decorations to look textural and not boring. So I'm going to add darker spots and leave some spots lighter for my wafer paper. Now I'm going to add my aubergine color as an accent. So I'm going to take small amount and spread all over. Now I have two colors here. And I'll take my third color, which is going to be my accent color, this Brilliant Sparkle. Like this. And now I'm going to cut my wafer paper and shape it because I wanted to make my fun decorations like a triangular shape. I'm going to cut this wafer paper in 3 pieces. And I'll start shaping this one piece first. So to shape my wafer paper, to make it soft, you can see that now it's a little bit dry and brittle, and I wanted to introduce moisture. And to do that, I'm going to use my mini steamer in regular water. Feel free to use an airbrush or regular steamer. For me, this is the easiest one to use because it is wireless and rechargeable. So I'm going to steam my wafer paper on both sides. And I do not worry about having a little bit of color on the other side. My face side is going to be this bumpy side. You can see I'm being very generous with my steam, making sure that my wafer paper is relatively flexible. And if your wafer paper starts to melt or you worry that it's become sticky, you can use a touch of cornstarch on a fluffy brush and gently dust your wafer paper. Now I'll start shaping or using my wafer paper to make these decorations. So I'm bending, pressing down and turning to the other side. You don't need to be exact because these wafer paper decorations will look great and modern anyway. Just keep in mind that you need to work relatively fast, especially if you live in a dry climate or your humidity level is very low like I have today, about 35%. And if you're living in a humid climate and your wafer paper starts to melt, you can try doing this without introducing any steam into your wafer paper. So I have just a one piece left. I'm going to cut it to make my wafer paper decorations look beautiful on both sides. So now I'm going to gently spread it, make sure that I like this shape. And I'm going to shape it by closing here on one side and putting a little bit of water or any moisture you have to make it stay open like this. So I have water here in my glass and I'm going to take just a small amount and paint in between these ridges and press it together like this. And now I have my first decoration. Because I don't want to leave it that simple and plain, I'm going to use a little bit of piping gel and my glitter flakes to decorate it and make it even more interesting. You saw me using this technique many times, and it's still one of my favorite ways to decorate Wafer paper. So basically what you need to do is you need to take small amount of piping gel on your brush, dip it into your edible decorations or any decorations you wanted to use, and then scrape it on your Wafer paper with the piping gel. So you can see now I have this beautiful edible flakes mixed with piping gel on my Wafer paper. You can see now I have quite a few of them, and if you want your decorations to be extra special, extra fancy, what you can use is you can use something like edible silver leaf or gold leaf, whatever suits your design. Here I have light colored decorations, so I will use my brush with a touch of piping gel. So I have piping gel on my brush here, and to add my silver leaf I'm going to paint my decorations with piping gel a few places and then gently press my silver leaf onto these places and remove the excess. I'm going to save all my pieces of silver leaf to use on other places. But now you can see where I've had my piping gel, my silver leaf stuck to this Wafer paper fans, and now it's even fancier. So again, just a touch of piping gel and my silver leaf. You can see now it's got even more sparklier and even more interesting. And if you're going to put it on your cake and you wanted to stack them, use a touch of piping gel or melted chocolate or even royal icing will help you to assemble all your decorations on your cakes. Thank you so much for joining me for another tutorial. If you like it, give me a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed already. And I'll see you next week when we are going to talk about Wafer paper and all the decorations and flowers you can make using this beautiful edible material. My name is Anna, and thank you again for joining me for this week's tutorial.